Hello and welcome to the Indonesian Grand Prix, the Pertamina Indonesian Grand Prix, where you're looking at the bike in slightly scaled down version of the World Championship leader, Jorge Martin. And look at this as well. We've even got the special edition Mugello version of Pecco Bagnaya's bike from earlier in the year as well, the one that, of course, he was victorious at the Italian Grand Prix. It's even impressing Ducati Corsa Sporting Director Mauro Grassilli. That's quite nice, actually. They've done a good job.
This is the first time for me that I'm seeing the mini bikes. It's wonderful, very, very good job.
They've got all the details correct, everything. I mean, this is the special edition livery, so they've not had much time to do it, but looks great.
It's lucky edition.
Yeah.
We were first and second, so it's also the uniform, do you remember, was black, blue, was wonderful.
So,
good job, very good job.
Yeah, they have done a good job. I need to find whose it was, actually, to congratulate them. I don't know if it's this gentleman. I'll find out.
Genius, where's the genius?
Yeah, maybe he can be Gigi's partner for next year if he's done all of this.
Super, very good job.
Very good. Anyway, nice to chat. There we go. Good to get Mauro's thoughts on this pretty spectacular. Do we know? Is this you? It is. Right, okay, so we do find them. Hello. How are you? I'm Jack. Nice to meet you.
Yeah. My name is Soimi.
Well,
I'm
but
from Malaysia.
you've come from Malaysia. Okay. Well, we were just speaking with Mauro there, who's the sporting director of Ducati. He was very impressed with your work. Have you made these yourselves, or have you bought them?
Not me, my friend made.
He makes them?
Yeah, my friend.
Wow, he's done an amazing job. The detail is incredible. Has he been doing it for a long time?
I don't idea lah.
Well, he's done a good job. What's your friend called?
Nuri.
Nuri?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Nuri, is he here?
Yeah, from Malaysia.
He's back in Malaysia. Nuri, if you're watching back in Malaysia, good job. We're very impressed. Is he going to come to Sepang, Nuri? Yeah. He is? Okay. Okay, great. Well, we'll catch up with Nuri in Sepang. Thank you. Nice to meet you. There you go. I would love to be able to catch up with Nuri in Sepang to find out exactly how he puts these together. He's done an amazing job, builds them himself as well. He's now got Davide Tardozzi admiring them as well, looking at the details that were being put together. Mauro, I find out the guy that makes them is it's not this guy, it's his guy's friend back in Malaysia. He's going to come to Sepang. He makes them handmade himself, which is
a genius.
Yeah, amazing. The colour is perfect. The detailing on the aerodynamics is amazing as well. He's got them signed, one by Jorge, one by Pecco as well. Even, I love the small touches. He's even got the onboard camera on the back there as well. I'm impressed. Right, there we go. Nuri, as we said, if you are watching, leave us a comment on Instagram, on YouTube. We want to get in touch and we want to try and get you into the paddock in Sepang because we want to see more of what you've been able to do. If you have a full grid of all 11 teams, then we need to get you in the paddock and we need to try and get all 11 of those MotoGP liveries lined up. So yeah, Nuri, get in touch, please. If you know Nuri, we want to get in touch with him and get him to the Malaysian Grand Prix. As we see, the 8-time world champion, Marc Marquez, as he's become accustomed to being absolutely mobbed here in Indonesia ever since he stepped off the plane in the fan parade at Mataram on Wednesday, then again on his way into the circuit yesterday. He can't escape going anywhere without getting a selfie, getting an autograph. And as you can imagine, at this current moment, his priority is getting into an ice bath and cooling off for a split second. So there we go, Marc Marquez on his way. We can bring you up to speed with the facts that it was Franco Morbidelli fastest this morning from Maverick Vinales and Jorge Martin. We're joined by another special guest as well. Hello, Jack. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Ivan.
Ivan, how are you? All good?
Good. Yeah.
Now, I understand you've got a story to tell us. So what happened yesterday?
1 year ago, I waiting in the hotel in Pullman. I go like there 3 hours and I don't see. And this year, I wait in front and shout to the car 2 hours and anything. I go up, waiting 2 hours, and at 8 in the morning, one friend from Marquez say in 20 minutes he gonna come, and 20 minutes the friend bring me to his market, and have one girl is the manager for market. He get me 4 tickets for Paddock.
Wow, amazing. 4
Yeah.
tickets. And you got to meet Mark, you got his signature
Yeah.
as well?
Here, yes.
Oh, and here. Wow, you've got quite a few.
Here.
Ah, right in the middle. Who else
Yeah.
have you got? I mean, we don't have all day, but you've got quite a
Yeah.
lot. Every rider, basically.
Yeah. Thank you.
So this is first time in the paddock?
No, second.
Second, okay.
Yeah.
Enjoying it?
Yeah, score.
Good. And give me the podium on Sunday? I think Mark might be on there. Who do you think is going to win the race?
Marquez score.
Okay.
Alex Marquez, I don't know. I think no. Pecco maybe.
Second, okay. Pecco
Yeah,
second.
Pecco second, and what's the name? I forgot now. Martin.
Okay.
Martin the third.
Okay, there we go. Good prediction. Ivan, nice to meet you.
Thank you so much.
There we go. What a star. Waiting for hours at the hotel to try and get a photo with Marc Marquez, and he was rewarded for his best efforts as well, and is in the paddock here as a result. Good prediction that. Mark from Pecco, from Jorge. It could happen. I've got faith in it happening this weekend after a pretty tricky morning here where things were a little bit dusty out on track, and as a result lap times initially weren't that great, but as time passed on, as we got into the closing 5 minutes, we were able to see some lap times that were not too far away. Certainly not anywhere near the all-time lap record set by Luca Marini in qualifying last year. That was into the 29s, but Frankie Morbidelli doing a 30.6 went under the best race lap of last year, and I imagine as the track cleans up throughout the course of the day, we're going to see the lap times improve significantly. It was certainly difficult earlier today. We have got Alex Marquez here. The thing is, normally I like to, as you know, for Inside the Paddock, dive in and get the opportunity to chat to riders, but when it is, according to my weather app, a real field with humidity and everything else of close to 40 degrees, when they've just been out on the bike for 45 minutes, the last thing they want to do is stand and talk to me. They want to try and get into an ice bath as soon as possible. So as a result, I'm not sure we're going to have much success in terms of chatting to riders this weekend, unless we look or we can tell that they've already had the opportunity to get into some air conditioning to manage to cool off ever so slightly, in which case they may be slightly more receptive. But Alex, still with his levers on there, was hot-footing it straight to his little offices, which you might be able to see as well. Obviously, the paddock environment, very different now to what it normally is in Europe. Of course, we don't have the big race trucks, the big hospitality units. Instead, all of the riders are in mini offices like this that are set up ahead of the weekend, and they have in there their own little environment to be able to cool off, to have TVs there. They like to personalise them as well. In particular, Brad Binder's one here with the South African flag put up just to try and make himself feel at home. And you can see that Jack here, as soon as he gets undressed, has got the inner lining of his boots, the sort of the protective gear underneath, socks, everything else in there to dry off as soon as possible. Those socks, I hope, are going to see a little bit of washing up liquid, a little bit of detergent, deodorant before he then puts them on for the hour session later on this afternoon. But with that, why don't we see if we can grab a word with someone in particular as I scan down pit lane. Matteo Baiocco, the Aprilia rider coach there. Doesn't look like we're going to have much luck. So we'll wander down and finish off here in Indonesia. Potentially we might be able to hear from a couple of the fans, because we know how passionate they are. If you weren't with us on Wednesday for the Mataram Riders Parade, then do check it out. You can watch it back on both Instagram and YouTube. Well worth watching. I mean, the passion was like nothing I've ever seen before. It was a ridiculous afternoon. Said it at the time, but again, to anyone that did turn out, thank you so much for making so much noise and making everyone feel so welcome. As we see the special Alicia Spargaro umbrella there. Some of our younger MotoGP fans here, as we see actually the man that was fastest this morning stopping for autographs. He's got a smile on his face. Why don't we grab a quick word with the Italian as he makes his way in towards his offices. We'll walk and talk, of course, with Frankie Morbidelli, who's grabbing a few photos. Unsurprisingly, Frankie, can we walk and talk? That seemed like a good start to proceedings here. Happy with that?
Good morning, good morning. It's a good start.
Yeah.
It's a good start. Try to keep it going.
Good man, good man. How are track conditions? A little bit slippy?
Yeah, it's a little bit dirty. It'll get better during the days.
Good stuff. Enjoy the ice bath.
Thank you.
There we go. Frankie into his office there. We'll be able to see what he has. As you see, Alex Marquez was just diving out of his ice bath there. Certainly looks a lot cooler than what he did 10 minutes ago when he walked past us initially, with some of our younger fans focusing in. He's looking at the wrong camera. That's a good smile on the little lad, though. Happy to be here making the most. Why don't we grab a quick word with him as well? In fact, he's running off. Good to see you. He's happy to meet one of his MotoGP heroes there as Frankie makes his way into the office. There we go. We had the opportunity to chat with the man fastest in the morning, but as he told you, good start, but let's not get too carried away just yet, because track conditions are going to improve, lap times are going to tumble, and that order is going to change quite significantly from what we saw this morning. In fact, we do have Marco Bezzecchi there, so why don't we see if we can grab a very, very brief word with Marco before we bid him a fond farewell. Here he is, marching away. In fact, is he in the mood for chatting? Maybe he'll just get a little wave off of Marco. He looks pretty hot. Also doesn't look like he's in the mood for stopping. So, there we go. We'll allow him to do his photos, take his selfies, get a little bit of ice on the back, around the neck to cool off. And then once we're done taking a look at Marco, enjoying the fans, including this quite magnificently dressed woman here who's got the flag. She's got the t-shirt as well. I'm very impressed. She is a big Marco Bezzecchi fan, which is good to see. And we've got the t-shirt there as well. The Malaysian fans, sorry, the Indonesian fans, got Malaysia on the mind after Nuri earlier. The Indonesian fans are very, very passionate indeed. Hello, how are you? All good?
Yes.
Yes, very good.
Yeah, very
Big,
good.
big fans of Marco.
Yes, we come from Thailand.
Oh, you come from Thailand. Amazing. I can see you've got the t-shirt, the
Yeah.
flag. Hopeful of a good result this weekend.
Yes, I think he's gonna get a good result
Good stuff.
and have a good points for the Asia.
Yes, it will
Yes.
be ready for Buriram when we come in a month.
Sure.
Looking forward to it. We'll see you there.
Yes.
There
sure.
we go. Good stuff. Very nice. So there we go. Job done inside the paddock on this magnificent Friday here in Mandalika. Done and dusted. You've heard from the man fastest. What more could you want? We'll be back with you same time tomorrow, where hopefully it is a little bit cooler. Can I just say as well, thank you to Alpha Tauri, who you might have seen have been styling us since the summer break. For a 40-degree day, this morning I was told by some of my colleagues that grey was potentially a very, very brave choice indeed. But so far, standing up to it pretty well. So thanks to those guys for not only clothing us, but clothing us with some pretty high quality stuff as well. Anyway, enough of that. I need to get some water, hydrate and get ready for a big afternoon ahead. We'll see you same time tomorrow.